I freely admit that I prefer the Xbox ecosystem. I've been an Xbox gamer for a long time, although currently right now is probably the least amount of time I've spent on an Xbox in a year than any other point in my life. So I guess there's that, and one of the big reasons is the lack of quality exclusives, the lack of things that are different. It's like I'm maybe kind of tired of the same old, and it's not just like on the Xbox stuff. It's like even the multi-plats I'm tired of. Like the exclusives are supposed to help break up the monotony a little bit and bring some extra fun, and it hasn't really. But this isn't such a negative Xbox thing that it's one of those things that I'm gonna keep harping on or whatever. But I did get this, and somebody sent me this, and props to you for sending me this link so that I can link it to you guys. And this blew my mind when I heard it. So this is a podcast by Colin Moriarty. Okay, so if you guys didn't know who that is, he is the guy. He used to do IGN. He used to do Kind of Funny Games with Greg Miller. I guess he left or got kicked out or whatever there. And he does a podcast called Sacred Symbols Podcast. And towards the end, which I will link this so you can check it out, he says that he has it on good authority that now it's 48 minutes and 15 seconds into the show, so I can tell you exactly when this happens. He says that he has it on good authority that Microsoft actually shopped Halo Master Chief Collection to Sony to put it on the PS4. And not only did he shop it to put it on the PS4, not only did they shop it to put it on PS4, but in his opinion, now this part is his opinion, right? Like the fact, or, you still have to take that as rumor, but why wouldn't you take this guy who has industry connections, has been so involved with so many different places and people for so long? Why wouldn't you take his word for it? You know what I mean? Certainly more credible than a lot of insiders were. But he comes out and says directly, in his opinion, he thinks Microsoft will just start shipping PlayStation games in the next 2 to 3 years, just like straight up. And now the funny thing was, I was doing a podcast, and no offense to anybody that was in the podcast, and I think it was Xbot who says he sees maybe on xCloud or whatever. I wonder how will the hardcore Xbox fans feel if it weren't just on xCloud. What if you could play natively Forza games on PlayStation 5, or Gears games on PlayStation 5, or Halo games on PlayStation 5? I know it seems odd to us, but Microsoft is already leaning that way. They're putting other games on other platforms as we speak, and it's games that they own the IP to. They bought the rights to Psychonauts 2, and they're putting that on PlayStation 4 as well. So Outer Worlds, they're allowing to continue to be published on PlayStation. Wasteland 2 or 3, they're allowing to be put on PlayStation. This is the future of Xbox. I'm not sure it's the future of everything else. I think it's just the future that Phil and company want. They want to make the most money. They make that money from software. I'm not saying it's just suggesting that they're going to stop making hardware, but they're going to make hardware and give you even less of a reason to invest in it, because I believe they're going to also put that hardware or that software on other competing platforms. I feel if the Switch were more powerful, they would probably put versions of Halo and Forza and Gears on that as well. So, like I said, I will link this. Shocking to hear they're shopping Master Chief Collection from PlayStation as well. So, let me know what you think. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.